Hello everyone, gshock here. Today I'm gonna make a video on the brand new GBD-200, except in my case I've already been wearing this for about 1 month's time, so this is my take on it. So I didn't wear this every day, as you can see from the register steps in there, but more than I would wear all of my other G-Shock watches. You can see I have a bunch of step tracker equips G-Shock watch. All of this watch pretty much have the same function, except this two has more sensor, making much more accurate if you're going uphill or downhill, because it has the atmospheric pressure sensor. This guy have a separate sensor. I'll talk about this in a separate video. This guy has a heart rate sensor built inside of it, which this guy didn't have. So now we're left with this guy. This is the smartwatch options, which as you can see already running out of battery. I'm trying to reassemble the watch, do all those things that I usually does. Now we're left with 3 G-Shock watch, and this 3 works exactly the same. To be more specific, this guy, the GBD-100, this guy's already running out of battery, as you can see. I own it for about over a year, and I pair this watch to my phone. Basically every notification goes into the watch, and that's why it's already dead, even though I bought both of this watch pretty much at the same time. So turn off your Bluetooth, or just didn't pair your watch to your phone if you want your watch to last longer. Alright, this watch was released at the same time as this guy. This is the GBD-100. This guy sells better than one of these, I'm very sure, because of I think the watch band is much more comfortable. It has way more function. It looks slicker than this. Overall, this thing is just better, and not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, the price are pretty much the same as this guy in the aftermarket, of course. So because this watch didn't sell as much, just a guess, Casio take the movement out and basically redesign the entire body. Anyway, point is they're trying to recycle the movement, so they could sell them. So good business decision there, and I gotta say they execute it very, very well. Right, here's I would say the daily display, which I use steps, time, date, day of the week. So you get that right. You could change the display if you wanted to for monthly data. There we go. I only own this about 1 month. I use the running function. This is a workout. Rarely use those. Stopwatch sometimes. So this is the 2-time activity tracking. So there, let's select. There we go. A bit more details there. What makes this running watch cool in comparison to most running watch or step tracker sensor equipped watch out there is the fact that you don't have to pair this watch to your phone to use it. It works independently. If you pair this watch to your phone, then you have access to a bit more detailed information if you want those. But for casual day-to-day wear, if you want to know the steps, it works independent as it is, and the battery could last like 1 to 2 years depending on how often you use it. So this is pretty much the best running watch to buy, except the price originally starts at around 200 bucks. Mine over here, brand new, I paid 19,800 because I bought it from a tax-free shop from Japan 1 month back using Buy Japan. So I saved a bit more. The price today for this specific color is still the same from Buy Japan auction, but if you want to save a bit more, get the blue one, slightly cheaper. The black one is pretty much the same price as this. So either way, they all function the same way, and you remember you could always find third-party parts later in the future and change the band and bezel to a different color if you wanted to. So I would recommend you to pick up any one of these that is the cheapest. Okay, let's have a quick rundown on the color spec. It looks like green to me, but the reference number says that it is yellow, so let's just go with fluorescent or sports yellow. Contrasting with all black accents, matte black mostly, except for this wing structure down there that is gloss black. The subtle little difference is that it is now exposed in comparison to this guy, where it is like covered up like that. Even though the construction of this is just the same, where it was locked with a screw bar on this side, both sides goes the same. The watch band is still the same, except this one has texture. The previous generation didn't have those. However, it is actually, if you compare that to the GBD-800, GBD-800, they are just the same. Top and the bottom side. Look at that texture. You can see the same on this guy as well, right? Notice there's a little bit of gap, all right, every time you move your wrist. So those gap, one over here and another one between the backplate, the stainless steel backplate. All right, those could open up while you're walking, while you're running, depending on how loose you wear your G-Shock. Those could pick up this hair on my wrist, and yeah, that is pretty annoying sometimes, just sometimes, but when it does pick it up, it hurts like hell. Something that you will not find on this Master of G option, because I mean, it has similar wing structure, but it is incredibly solid. So yeah, that's the difference. Functionality, I've used them both, and I gotta say, pretty much the same. Not good, not bad. I mean, not that good. I mean, not bad either. This one has bigger buttons, make it easier, but I've used this thing, I didn't notice a difference at all. It has 5-button operation. I like this guy. I have 5 as well, but they're all on the sides. This one have it at the front, which you need to really get your finger in there to press the light button. In this case, just push it on the sides, which is easier, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 4-button use, and notice there's a bit more black accents in between those parts, right? Those are the hard case of the watch, and in my opinion, this little things what makes this watch great. Those are the hard case that cast your build in a way that it will spike outwards, 3 on this side and 3 on this side, and they make the bezel to wrap around those, and the efforts that they put just to make the watch look the way it is incredible, and I appreciate that a lot. And you'll see those in the assembly video later. I'll try to film them as quick as I can, and I gotta say that alone really makes me appreciate the watch even more, even though overall this thing is far better. If you're looking to get a step tracker G-Shock watch, get this. It's a lot cheaper because it is older than this, and it serves way more functions. Material is better, it has metal bezel at the front, the strap is different, it feels much more comfortable in my opinion. But the rest, if you're looking for something new, vibrant color, this is the only options that we have so far, straight out of the shelf of the box. Okay, like I always recommend, go to Buy Japan, the sponsor for today's video, and also the website that I used to buy this G-Shock watch with. The seller sells it on Rakuten. Buy Japan buy this watch from Rakuten, from the seller, and have it sent to where I'm living right now. Okay, if you want to buy this brand new, you could do that, Japan Auction, Rakuten, wherever. If you want to buy them used, remember there's always a risk when you buy something used from Japan Auction, like anywhere, except in this case, the return process. If you have any issues at all, the return process is insanely hard because you did not deal with the seller. You're dealing with a middleman that deal with the seller, and the seller deals with the website. This layered process. Make sure you do your research, read everything, make sure you have the confidence to buy what you're planning on getting first. Though if you're new, don't be afraid, buy something like this, something cheap. This thing costs 3,000 yen. It is heavy enough, it is tough enough that it won't break throughout the shipping process. And also you could have a rough idea, the fees, the shipping fees, the time that you're gonna need to wait until the parcel arrives. You could experience that without having to pay a lot of money. So get one of this thing, and yeah, don't start with something expensive, just to be safe. All right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a nice day.